here to talk about the planting and the gardening. So now we are going inside to talk with officials regarding the plantation and about the garden. So yeah, let's go inside.
Now we have entered in the proper garden, and we have seen a lot of the flowers there. They are the myriad varieties of the flowers, plants. So you can see most of the individuals is buying the plants, and so I think these kind of flowers is very beautiful to grow in the garden of house.
Just look at the variety they have. Like, it's a marvelous.
There are a lot of plants which should be need a sunlight, and they are set up under the sunlight because I think these plants more survive in the open area. So you can see there are a lot of plants under the sunlight.
So as you can see, there are not only plants, there are many other things such as veggies, and as you can see the type of soil. So it's all different in every plant.
Apart from the veggies and the plants, they have a variety of herbs also, which are very essential for everybody's lives. And as we all know that the herbs are playing a crucial role in our life, as we can make as it can be used for various medicines also. So if anybody wants to buy any kind of herbs, they have a specific herbs here, and they come anytime here and buy the herbs here as a rosemary. So it is very good for the hairs also, as if somebody have the hair issues, they can buy a rosemary from here and they can treat their hair here. So yeah.
Hi. We're just trying to decide if you want to... Hi, my name is Heather with the blue hair, and I'm at Cougar Creek Gardens, and I've been working here for 15 years.
So first of all, thank you so much for giving your precious time to us, and moreover your garden is very beautiful. It's very well decorated and well maintained by different varieties of plants and herbs and veggies. So how do you manage the what's your experience with the maintenance and plant growth, and how long have you been working with the plants?
This is my 15th year working here, so it's been quite a long time, probably almost as old as you are. As for maintenance of plants, the most important thing, of course, is watering and knowing how to water, when to water. At the beginning of the year, we generally open early in March when it is still cold and quite damp. Too much watering at that point is not good for the plants. They can't handle it, so that way the plants can rot or go moldy and that sort of thing. So the point then is to water very little and always check to see whether it needs watering before you water. Then fast forward a couple of months, like now, over this past weekend, it was quite warm. Those times you have to water every day, sometimes twice a day. You want to make sure the soil is completely soaked at that time, and you almost can't overwater because the weather is so hot. But this year has been super challenging because the weather has done this. It has been cold, it has been hot, it has been hard rain, which is very hard on the plants. So it has been a bit of a struggle this year from our customers as well as just our own experience.
Okay, so next question is the soil pH important for the growth of plants?
It definitely is. So a normal pH is around 7 or so, but there are definitely plants that need a more acidic soil. For example, a blueberry plant would need more acidic soil, so you can add some peat moss or something like that. It changes the pH of the soil.
So it means overall it also affect the growth of the plant?
It does, yeah. And the growth and just how well it does as well. The overall health of the plant.
Okay, so talking about the next, so how familiar are you with the pest management strategies?
Well, pest management nowadays, everybody's trying to go more natural. So for things like aphids, you definitely want to have ladybugs in your garden, and there are several companies that you can actually purchase ladybugs for your customers. You can release them. For example, roses are somewhat notorious for having aphids, as well as some other plants as well, vegetables. You can release the ladybugs onto the plants, and hopefully they don't fly away to your neighbors and will stay on your plants. As soon as they see that there's a food source, which is the aphids, they usually will stay, and they'll just eat up all the aphids, and that's a really natural way of dealing with pests.
And how you handle all those pest diseases in the nursery?
Oh, what was that? Sorry?
Pest diseases.
Diseases? There's another issue as well. So you do have to watch for fungal things and viruses and things like that. Powdery mildew is another issue that you're constantly dealing with in your own garden and as well as here. Roses, again, are a little bit notorious for that. There are some sprays you can use, but the best thing is to watch your watering. Don't get water on the leaves if you can avoid it. But when you are watering, rain is very different. And then just one more thing. And then with roses and that sort of thing, if the leaves do fall off, make sure you clean the leaves away from that so that they don't sit there and cause other issues, rotting and that sort of thing.
So there are a lot of plants, then how you know that the specific plant is suffering from disease?
You can usually tell because it just starts to not look right. You look at it, usually you can see from a distance, is you see all these plants look lovely, that one's not looking so good, and then when you look, you lift up the leaves and sure enough there's probably aphids or something there. It's a systemic thing, so they go into the stem and start to take all the juices from that, so the juices are not getting the sap or not getting to the plant where it needs to. So you can just tell by that it's just not looking as good. Powdery mildew actually looks like a powdery thing on the leaves, so you have to deal with that. This is really important for composting and that sort of thing. If you are taking leaves off, if you're dealing with powdery mildew or rust or black spot, when you take those leaves off the plant, you're not putting them in your compost, in your organic bin, because that will just perpetuate the problem. Because that is all composted down, and then it becomes soil, and now that is already in your soil. So your best bet is to throw it away.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So can you please share your experience with operating machinery and equipment?
Not too much machinery here, because we don't do like planting and that sort of thing. We use a forklift and a bobcat for the bulk section, forklift for unloading things and that sort of thing. But as for machinery, we don't do too much of that.
And what methods do you take ensure the development and proper growth of the seedling?
That one is for people who've worked here a long time, it comes sort of as second nature. You just get to know it. But we also have a lot of seasonal people come, usually students, often from Kwantlen College. So we do get a lot of students that come in to work for us, and it's very difficult for them to learn just how and when to water, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Fertilizing and all that. It's a big learning curve. So you have to kind of take it slowly, and hopefully they just ask you lots of questions instead of just assuming how to do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And is it a private or government organization?
This is privately owned. Yeah, it's a local business.
Oh.
So yeah, we're always wanting to support local business.
Any government give any grant to you or funds to you, or any other people or NGO?
No, No.
You handle this by on yourself.
That would be an ownership question. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
That's nice. It's a good step to save the environment.
Yes.
Because nowadays we can see a lot of the environmental problem like
Yes.
deforestation,
Yes.
soil erosion,
Yes.
climate changes.
Climate change is a big thing.
Big thing,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then here's another thing that you'd be actually quite surprised. You probably already know this about how important bees are. We have a lot of customers who come in and ask how we get rid of the bees. We don't want to get rid of the bees. Bees are so important. If we don't have bees, we don't have food, right? So teaching people about good pests and bad pests is really important. Bees are definitely one of the most important ones. Aphids are not so good because they eat our plants, but there are really beneficial insects as well. Like I said, ladybugs are the best thing.
Okay. So like plants like this small flower, is this more sensitive as compared to the herbs and vegetables? Like they are
Vegetables.
placed under the roof or the vegetables are outside?
Vegetables, they definitely want more sun, so that's why they're outside. But that has a double-edged sword. So this year they've had sun, but we've also had a lot of rain, and it's been very difficult on the seedlings. They're small, and the hard rain just, so it's been a struggle.
And what commonly plants, vegetables, like flowers, which individually like to or prefer to purchase?
Right. I say flowers and vegetables are probably even. In the way of vegetables, I would say mostly tomatoes,
Okay.
a lot of eggplant, because we sell a lot of eggplant, and peppers and that sort of thing. It always used to be people wanted the sweet peppers. Now people want the hot peppers, and the hotter the pepper, the better. I'm chicken, so I stick with the sweet peppers.
And what are your feelings because you contributing more to save the environment? What do you feel about this?
Right, and I tell people this all the time, especially when they're saying, this is my 4th trip here, I'm spending so much money. But there are so many other things that you could spend your money on that are not important. Flowers and plants are important for the environment, of course. They're good for the soul. Being out in nature, planting your flowers, planting your vegetables, that's really good for you. Teaching children where vegetables come from. Do you know there was a TV show in the States where there was someone in a kitchen course, like a teaching course, and he held up a potato and children could not tell him what that was. They didn't know what a potato was. That's frightening. Kids need to know about vegetables. They need to know how to produce vegetables, how to grow vegetables, and all that. And getting them into cooking is really important
Maybe
as
their
well.
family should take their children here to
Yeah.
explore these kind of
For
things.
sure, yeah. I love it when we see kids come in. I had just yesterday, there was a young man here, I think he was about 12. He was the one shopping for the herbs over there, and he wanted to get certain kinds of herbs. And that's a great thing.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You have all do you have any kind of species which is
Very
going
rare.
extinct or extinction or endangered, or these are just
No, not in this situation. We get a lot of our plants from suppliers. I think suppliers maybe had some issues this year because I know that we weren't able to get everything that we've gotten in the past. So what they're growing, maybe they had some difficulty with, but we don't see that at this level.
So what kind of soil do you use? Do you use separate soil for vegetables, herbs and the flowers?
You can. We have quite a variety of soils. We have a bulk area. In that area, there's one that is specific for grass. There's one that is specific for your garden to grow vegetables and plants. We also have a potting soil in bags, and it does make a difference what soil you use.
So you prepared soil before the planting?
Yes, you want to. If you're going to plant, you want to get your garden ready. Sometimes people do it in the fall in the preparation for the spring, but most people start in the spring. And when the weather's not great for planting, that's a good time to get out and get your soil going for the garden year. And then when the good weather finally comes, you're ready to go.
Now you have the season of flowers and the vegetables. Then what do you do in the winters?
Well, this business is very different because we run the garden center for the summer, and then we switch over to a Halloween event. So we have the House of Horrors, Cougar Creek House of Horrors. It's a very scary Halloween event.
Yeah.
Yes, right. So you might not know that we are already working on a lot of that stuff for this year, and that won't be until October. So we do that in October, and then there's a little bit of a lull after that when we take some things down, and then we sell Christmas trees. Okay. So it's a very different year. You never get bored, that's for sure.
That's
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
So we really appreciate that you are working a lot for the environment.
Yeah.
So yeah, we really
Which is
appreciate
your
that.
favorite flower, like from all these ones?
Oh, I couldn't even name one. I have so many, and when someone comes up, if I happen to be working at the till, someone brings something up, I say, oh, that's my favorite. And then somebody brings another one up, oh, that's my favorite. They're
Means all are your
everyone-
favorites.
Every one of them has something good about it, right? Kind of like people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so
You're,
much.
you're very welcome.
Very nice experience.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you so much for your valuable time.
Oh, you are very welcome. I hope it all worked out for you. And we're happy that you're in this business as well. You will be in this business, right?
Yeah.
Learning about it, it's very important.
Thank you.
Because where are we going to go, right? If we don't have a good environment, where are we going to be?
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can see a lot of things over there, like how they decorate the small little lights inside the glass jar. So it really looks very fascinating, and most of the people use this for the decoration. So if you move here, there you can see a lot of seeds from where they grow the small plants, and some people prefer to buy seeds as rather than the plants. So this is another option for the buyer. There are a lot of equipments for watering the plants. You can see for checking the soil pH level. And there are small tools for the gardening. You can see a lot of colorful garden and plants here, which look very fascinating and eye-catching. Hey guys! Oh, see this plant. It looks very poor. You can see.
Yeah, it seems like some patches affected it.
Yeah, I think this plant is suffering from disease.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is
because-
why it's not growing very well.
Yeah, because if we compare this plant with this, see this one is also.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are a lot of plants maybe suffering from disease.
So this was our first time visiting here, and it was so very nice. We did a lot of fun, and thank you so much for watching our mini vlog, and hope you like it. Thank you so much.